I think it's recording. Yep.
Good evening, Marines. I'm here to speak today about abortion. I'm going to start off by talking about a story, a personal story involving my mom. My mom had a high-risk pregnancy, and they told her that the chances of her having the baby were slim to none. And if she kept it, she probably was going to have issues when she did labor. But the reality of it is that she decided not to go with the abortion, and she actually ended up having a healthy baby. And I think he's the smartest one out of all of us, actually. So they said he was going to have all these problems, and it didn't end up happening. So I feel like, you know, you should always leave things in God's hands. Is my biggest thing with that. And I wanted to start it off that way, so I can kind of guide the tone, the serious tone of it for me. Abortion obviously is when there's a pregnancy and you basically decide to get rid of the unborn child. There are 3 different ways of getting rid of the child. There's a pill, and there is the vacuuming form, which for all of these there's certain months. For like pill, you have to be 9 to 24 weeks, and for the surgical vacuum, you have to have 15 weeks in order to actually get it done. And the dilation and evacuation is also a means of getting an abortion, which for that you have to actually be 15 to 24 weeks in order to even get it done. So there is a living child already there, because you have to, in fact, wait a certain amount of weeks to even be able to get it done. I want to go through now, I want to transition into explaining what is the seriousness of it and how the fetus and the mother actually are affected by the process. The mother actually gets a lot of psychological. In fact, 17% of females have a higher risk of suicide because of having abortions. And also mentally disorders because of abortions in the long run, because it can have a lot of facts playing into that when you actually get the abortion, that it affects your body in that shape or form. And also it does a lot of damage to the woman's actual insides, because they're scraping that child out to get, and a woman who gets an abortion has higher chances of actually, in fact, having a child in the future that has problems because of having an abortion. Disorders, and also the child can have higher risk of having cerebral palsy and have many other issues in the process. I got a quote directly. It says, several studies analyzed in 2003 stated that abortions in fact hurt the placenta to cause these issues to future babies when they're actually becoming planned. I want to now go in deeper. I'm going to transition now from, I think it's pretty clear that doing this to your body and getting this done to you, it has more negative effects than positive. There are many things out there trying to argue that it has that positive, and there's reasons for it, but the big picture of it is that there's more negatives than positive. In fact, it says that 17,000 females, teenagers, not even adults yet, an average of 17,000 females get abortions. And that's not even in the year. That's just in months in America. So, it's that high. It's becoming that acceptable in society to get an abortion. And it's nothing, you know? In a godly perspective, we know that this is completely wrong. You know, it violates God's views. it completely violates the sixth commandment, which is you should not kill. You're killing a human life, whether you want to see it as it's something small, it's only a few months, it looks like a little dot on the ultrasound, whatever you want to think of it, you're killing a human life, and that's going to have a high effect. Also, it goes against the founding fathers' idea of the whole founding fathers' idea of liberty, of life, and pursuit of happiness. I mean, equality for everyone, yet you get to, there's a child is not even unborn, it doesn't even have a right to say, hey, I want to be born. Like, how would it be if can you even imagine not being here, like, right now, because your parent decided, hey, I don't want to have this child right now. You know, we wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be doing this job, you wouldn't have your own children, like, that's that serious. Like, for you taking away that life, that's all that you let go. I want to read a quote to finish off, and it's from Psalms 127:3. It says, Behold, children, are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. No, it's not okay in God's eyes. He sees children as, pretty much like little angels, like something that is it's beautiful. It's something that he planned to happen for a reason. And I don't think anyone should have the choice of saying, I don't want to have a child, or I had this situation, so I'm just going to end a human life. Whatever the reasons are, there's no excuse for it, and God doesn't look at it as something positive, regardless of the circumstances or the excuses to do it. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and